Welcome everyone to Happy Tree TV!
Creative Fairy Tales. Junwoo's Diary. The first story, A Seed of Courage.
The night was as dark as spilled ink, swallowing the path ahead. 7-year-old Junwoo's small hand was damp inside his dad's warm, firm grip. Every hoot of an owl felt like a question he was too scared to ask. Finally he whispered, "Dad, is the cemetery very far?" His voice was a tiny quiver in the vast, silent woods. A sudden gust of wind rattled the trees, making the leaves whisper secrets to each other. Swish, rustle, crack. To Junwoo, it sounded like footsteps, soft and sneaky, right behind them. A chill prickled his skin. He let go of his dad's hand and ducked behind his tall frame, peering out from behind his coat. Dad stopped and turned, his silhouette blocking the faint starlight. He knelt down, so his face was close to Junwoo's. "It's okay to feel scared, Junwoo," he said, his voice a gentle rumble. "Bravery isn't about not being afraid. It's about feeling afraid and taking the next step anyway." They passed through an old, creaky gate. Before them, the cemetery opened up, a quiet field under the watchful eye of the moon. Rows of gravestones stood like patient, old men sleeping under a blanket of stars. Junwoo could hear his own heart, a frantic little drum beating against his ribs. Dad guided Junwoo to a small, mossy bench. "Think about it, son," he said softly, his arm a warm weight on Junwoo's shoulders. Every person resting here had a whole life. They had happy days and sad days. And I'm sure they all had days when they were very, very scared. But they kept going, Dad continued. They found courage inside themselves. One day, you'll be a grown-up, and you'll face things that seem scary or hard. I brought you here tonight so you would know that you have a brave heart, one that can face anything. Junwoo took a deep breath. The air smelled of damp earth and night-blooming flowers. He looked around again. The gravestones didn't look like monsters in the dark anymore. They looked like quiet guardians watching over the sleeping world. The wind rustling the leaves now sounded like a gentle song. A real smile, bright and wide, spread across Junwoo's face. He turned to his dad. "I'm not scared now, Dad. I think I'm brave." In one swift motion, Dad scooped him up into a hug that felt as safe and strong as the whole world. The walk back down the mountain path felt completely different. Junwoo's steps were sure and steady. He pointed out the shapes of the stars to his dad, his voice clear and happy. The darkness was no longer a monster, but a soft blanket for the world to sleep under. Tucked into his bed, Junwoo watched the moon sail across the sky. The night in the cemetery wasn't a scary memory. It was a secret, a special gift from his dad. It was a tiny, warm seed of courage, planted deep inside his heart, ready to grow.
Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed hanging out with this little rock star, be sure to hit subscribe and give a like. Ring that bell so you don't miss the next adventure.